We're live. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, boys and girls, my crypto family. I hope you guys are doing all right. I hope everybody's happy and I hope everybody's healthy, of course. Now, what's really healthy is the Bitcoin chart. So, like I said yesterday, when were we yesterday? Yesterday was somewhere over here, somewhere around this area over here. Like I said, this is a buy the dip opportunity. Of course, breaking over the yellow box, closing an hourly candle above the yellow box would just be another confirmation that this thing is going to keep on going. So every dip is a buy the dip opportunity. And I hope you were able to profit or at least take advantage of that situation. Not that it's a do or die situation, because this is Bitcoin, this is cryptocurrency land. Opportunities are plenty, and if you missed out on one, just wait for the next one that is probably just waiting around the corner. So yeah, without further ado, what are we going to do? We're going to reanalyze this whole situation, put some new boundaries and levels and stuff, and then we will try to think about potential strategies that you could be using in this situation as it is presenting itself. Oh my God, so many words. Now, good thing that I have my water, because otherwise my throat gets really dehydrated from all the talking. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going to roll the intro and then I will see you guys right after. But before, remember, hit the like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm decide whether this content is relevant to you and to other people. So this will help the community grow. And also it warms my heart to see those likes because, I do this for free. I don't make a lot of money off of YouTube. If I make like 50 cents in a month, it's a lot. And, I do this because I enjoy it. But part of enjoying it is also knowing that people are appreciative of this. So come on, guys, please hit those likes, warm my heart, and I will see you right after the intro. All right, welcome back. So, how are we going to analyze this mess of a chart? First of all, we're going to remove all the layers that we don't need, especially this one, because this one has come and gone. Now, the one area that I want to focus myself on right now is this one, especially on the hourly chart, because this is the next area that could be either a resistance area or a border that would confirm more continuation. Like we know, like we've always done. This is just going level by level, one step at a time. Don't get ahead of ourselves. Don't be moon boys. Don't be doom boys. Don't be dreaming about $1 million Bitcoin, and don't be dreaming about Bitcoin going down to zero. All these things are so far away that you cannot really make a constant income out of it. What you can do is play all the ranges and make little bits of profit on a daily basis. This is how you make this into a living. And that's what we want to do, right? So yeah, this is why you join this channel. About joining this channel, remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the likes. Please, guys, come on, support the channel, and we will grow big together. Now, let's have a look at these candlesticks. Huh? So for this local high, I'm going to look at this local high on the RSI, and I want to know what kind of level would be needed to turn this into a bearish divergence, or what level would have to be broken so that we have a continuation pattern. So very easy, we just remember how high this is. This is sitting at 65.4. We use the reverse calculator and we fill this out, and that gives us 61,262. That's actually pretty high, if you ask me. But hey, nothing is impossible, not in the land of cryptocurrency. We've seen stranger things happen, and they do happen all the time, guys. Yeah, this is the yellow box for here. This means that if the price goes up on the hourly chart and rejects this box, creating a potential bearish divergence, then your next area will be the prior local low, depending on how this chart progresses. As soon as the prior local low is being broken, then we have a confirmation, and then it's all the way down to the next level. So this is step number one. This is what we start with. Now, yeah, I know these ones are so close that they are just gonna be like horizontal lines. We don't really want to bother with any of these, but this one over here, this in particular, I find interesting. So let's see if the 1 hour chart can help us with this one. This is sitting at 32.5. Let's do this. 32.5. And this gives us 58,600. 58,600. Oh my God, what did I do again? Please forget to change my my grab tool. So what is it? 640. Let's go. Let's do 640. There we go. And same thing here. 640, and that's beautiful. Okay, so what does this mean? This low end over here is really a do or die situation. I really hope that the price doesn't come this low, because if we get a closing below this yellow bar, then yeah, the only thing at best that we could expect is a lower high, and then of course, you know the story, lower low, all depending on how the RSI is forming. But if we see the price reject below the yellow box, then you almost certainly know that you don't need to take a long here. Just wait, and maybe on the way up, try to short, so that at least you know that if you short over here, this would be at least a very nice take profit area. And that's how we do this. Time travel. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing all right. Did you make any trades? And if so, were you able to take profit? Tell me this. I really want to know. Now, for the high end, because this is super way out there, I think we're gonna have to use the higher time frames, the way higher time frames, because otherwise this is not going to jive well. So let's use the 5-hour chart. Let's see what this gives us. So over here we get 72.4 is 72.4, and this would be sitting at 61,600 and 61,000. Try saying this one fast 2 times in a row. Okay, so this is not too big of a deal. It is perfectly breakable. And yeah, let's go with the low end as well. We got 30.1, 30.1, and this gives us 56,560. 56,560. There we go. All right, so keep in mind this number is going to keep changing a lot. So time travel, you didn't really trade, but you spot bought some BTC last week and sold it yesterday for some small profit. Good job, congratulations. I'm really happy for you. Yeah, you know, it's the name of the game. If you don't have time to pay attention, then of course, you know, why should you take risks that are unnecessary? But you know, I'm really happy for your profit. That's what we do it for, right? Nice. Really happy for you. Now, if you take notice of this yellow bar over here, actually, okay, on the 5-hour chart, it doesn't really mean a lot with the candlesticks, but keep an eye on the fact that it actually lines up with the EMA 55, which actually in itself already means a lot. Usually, coming down from do we have a bearish divergence? We have no bearish divergence. Basically, I don't even know why I would be saying these things. Actually, this chart is looking so healthy. It's looking so good. You know, coming down, I think it's just if we break the EMA 55, I think just the EMA just below at 144 for me here would be your next area for support. Maybe a little bit lower, a little bit of a dip lower, like happened over here. But I don't think anything really major to the downside is in the cards right here and there. It really looks like such a nice, beautiful, healthy chart. Oh my God, you know, it makes me completely wild. But yeah, always be careful and never ever put money in that you are not comfortable losing. Number one, you never know. Number two, putting way too much money in a risk position is going to make you emotional. And if you're not sure about what you're doing, getting emotional about your decision is the last thing that you want. That's the enemy of all traders. Okay, so remember this. If you are new to this game, just go slowly. Get your feet wet. If you're so new, then you haven't seen a complete market cycle from start to bottom, from bull market to sideways to bear market to all the way bottomed out and all these things. You know, there was these market cycles and they repeat themselves. And after a year or two, you will have seen almost everything, and that would make you more than a professional trader. You will know more than traders working off of Wall Street and stuff, because those guys, it takes years, it takes decades sometimes to go through a complete market cycle. Like the dollar market cycle, the monetary market cycle, it's a cycle of 100 years. So who works long enough to really go through this? You know, here in cryptocurrency land, it's the fast track up, fast track down, fast track all around. So, you know, take your time, learn the markets, learn all its shenanigans, and before you know it, you will be a most profitable and professional trader. And yeah, that's my biggest advice that I can't keep giving all the time. You know, I sound like a broken record. Maybe I am, but yeah. Time travel. Do Wall Street traders even trade manually anymore? You thought it was all algorithms nowadays. Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know any. I personally I don't know any Wall Street traders. But even though they are using algorithms and stuff, they still need to program the algorithms. It's not like they get a bot and, oh, I have a portfolio for XYZ person, and you know, I'm just gonna link his account to my bot and hit enter and you know, sit back and everything. No, so even if you're using algos, you need to know how to read markets, how to read charts, what kind of indicators, what kind of triggers you're going to use in each and every situation. Bots need to be tweaked all the time, or they are not going to be very profitable. And this, I speak of experience. I've tried many bots. There is not one bot that you can just set and forget. It's a constant game of eyeballing the charts and being very heads up about what kind of triggers would be more relevant in each and every situation. Actually, I think maintaining bots is okay. You can let it focus on more markets at once, but you know, it takes a lot of attention as well. But you know, the positive thing is that the bot is not going to miss a single opportunity where you might maybe not be looking at the right chart at the right time and miss an entry point and stuff. All you need to do with a bot is just like really map out the charts and be like, okay, here right now it's going to be the RSI over this and that will trigger it right now. You know, all these little things. That's what bots need and require. They still need the human touch. Maybe one day with whatchamacallit, those neural networks and self-learning algorithms and stuff, maybe those eventually will be able to crack the code of what to look for, how to use it, and how to adjust on the fly. But yeah, you know, hey, if you know somebody who's into deep learning and who has quite some knowledge about it, no, I would very gladly team up and try to set something up and see how things go. Oh, it's any kind of opportunity, anything. I'm always game. Um, so yeah, you know, let me know, or if you yourself are interested into deep learning, programming, and all these stuff, then yeah, maybe we can work together. Yeah, I'm always very open to suggestion. So this is the short term, very narrow short term, very easy to use. Still, this rising triangle is being respected, even retested on the upside. You can see it more specifically on the 1 hour chart where oh Jesus, can you see this? Can you see this this wick that actually touched the top of the edge without breaking it? Well, yeah, this rising triangle is still very respected. Maybe potentially a little bit of a dip to the downside, maybe a correction to the downside. It would be healthy, it would be good. Maybe on the 1 hour chart, you know what? I want to measure it out. I'm a very curious person. I want to know what the 1 hour chart has to say about this local low over here. Or did I measure it off the 1 hour chart? Jesus, I don't even remember. What the hell is wrong? So 32.5. Let's have a look. 32.5. Hello, Romy. How are you doing? Happy to see you join the party. You know, always happy to have you present. Look at that. Look at that. It's gone up just a little bit. How crazy is this? And this just to show you guys that these reads, every time you look at the chart again and again, you're gonna have to redo them and readjust them. it moves so quickly, and this is based off of the RSI, what the RSI would need for price action to see this level of the RSI. But of course, you know, if things go a little bit sideways, then this number is completely going to change. And you know, don't just copy the levels as I put them down. Remember, guys, to redo your analyses every time, again and again. Okay, so yeah, let's have a quick look. What can we use? Right here, we can use the Fibonacci retracement. I really like the fibs because a lot of traders use them and look at them. So always a good tool to recheck what you've been doing so far. And what do we see? On this large volume node, we have the 618. So the 618 potentially usually is a very, very strong support for a recovery. Coming down to the 786 is a little bit more dodgy, usually combined with a few bounces and a few tries, touch and goes. But the problem with the 786 is actually that it's sitting right in this dead zone over here. So potentially I would be saying if price really breaks through those levels, and that's if, it's if, not when, if, then I would be eyeballing much more towards the 56,000 to 50 something rather than the 56,600 like the 786 is saying. But yeah, before that we have the 382 over here sitting at 59,000. 59,000 is a very nice area for support, big volume node, and of course bouncing off of the 382 is usually met with just strong continuation without too much resistance. And we can also see this from the volume profile, the way the volume profile is set, that there isn't much stopping us. Same thing with the 36 over here, the first line on the Fibonacci, it is actually sitting on a big volume node. So same thing, just bouncing off of this as support and going up. I would really expect price to go completely stellar. So yeah, things are looking good, but even if the price breaks down lower, I expect at least a very nice area of support on the 57,500 being over here. And then of course, following this trend line, what we don't want to see is price starting to pierce out of this trend line. It doesn't mean that it's game over yet, because we still have this potential area for a bullish divergence. But looking at the volume profile, dipping this low, we should be expecting at least some hesitation before the market makes a new decision on a continuation of a direction. So this is your short-term analysis for you. Now, guys, we have 4 current viewers and only 1 like. You know what this means? This breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart, because this means only 25% of you guys are enjoying my content. Come on, be honest. If you're watching every day, then you know you like it. So just click that little button, guys. It will really make me very happy in the long run. And there we go. 1 more like. Thank you very much. I love you guys. That brings me up to a 50%. Booyah! Awesome. So now, all that being done, this is the Bitcoin chart, just basically continuation from what we've discussed yesterday. Things are looking really good, maybe a little bit of a pullback, but I think this would just be your next opportunity. Let's go over to the higher time frame. Oh, and why is my trend line not present on the higher time frame? So do you know how to make these appear? So you double click your trend line, or whatever line you want. You go to visibility, and then you have here a box where you can choose where you want all these lines to appear. So now I set it for 1 hour up and until 24 hours. And let's look at the 10-hour chart. There we go. There you have it. It is visible and present. Beautiful. So the fibs. Let's remove the fibs because it's blocking our way. Let's look at the continuation that we are spotting over here, and this is just a beautiful continuation. We have our high over here, we have our higher low, checks out with the price action. Then we have a higher high, same thing on the price action, checks out, perfect higher high. So for now, it looks really good. And the thing is really nice that the price didn't break above, make a higher high over this area while maintaining a lower high over here. This would have been a really doozy, would have been a bad thing. So we don't want any bad things, right? So let's measure this out on the 10-hour chart, what this needs. We get 75.10. And because we are looking at more upside, I want to measure out more upside. So we would need to see 63,300 to be broken for the long term to continue on its merry way. And this is not really impossible. Very important, but it's not impossible. So let's mark this off with this orange line. And I think for now, for whatever we are doing right now, I think this is perfect. We have a plan, we have our limits, we have a point of continuation, a confirmation for continuation, and we also have our lower limits, the things that we really want to avoid. And that is so beautiful. I think we can work with that. So if you're not in a position just yet and you want to take a shot, then remember that on the 1 hour chart, we are sitting really close to the local lows. And depending on how cavalier you want to be, me personally, I would be looking for this area over here as my stop loss. So maybe, if you really want to take a shot, then you can start with a little bit of a long. Don't go too much, just so that already you're in the market. If it dips down and you see it break this area over here, then you have two choices. Either you wait for a rebound to happen, and this could happen anywhere. I think at lowest maybe 57,500, but it's going to bounce, and you can just add on to your long, use the martingale strategy, get out as soon as your break even. No harm, no foul. But on the other hand, if you see price come down and it rejects this box over here, then you know that you can also add more to your long position, drag your entire average down low, and then you know that at least it's going to break 60,800. And I think from here to here, this is a nice pocket of profit. So you have a few possible plays that you can use right now to your advantage. Going short, I would really not recommend, because even though we are really close to your point of invalidation, to where your stop loss should be, I think the chances of price going higher are much higher than actually going into a downtrend, just because of all these beautiful continuation patterns. I think right now it's much more of an opportunity to try buying the dip, and if it comes down, you get some more dip, and you dip until you can't dip no more. And then once it goes up, then you just measure out, you see whether this RSI level has been broken or not. And if it hasn't been broken and you had a lower low, because anything is possible as price and time progress, then you can also decide just to hold it and to keep going for the new higher high, right? So many opportunities and potential plays that I see right here. But then, yeah, again, these things are very personal, and it depends what kind of risk mentality you have, how comfortable you are, and of course, how much money you will be putting in. Anyway, whatever you do in these situations, and this is my personal way of trading, because it works best with my strategies. Don't go high leverage. Like for me, 3x leverage is comfortable. I like it. 5x becomes a little narrow. 10x is really very exceptional, because your liquidation price becomes so close that the margin of error is nearly impossible to get. And if you want to play the strategies the way I play them, you need this possibility for price to move, or you're just gonna lose any position that you take. And it really sucks if afterwards you see that price goes the right way. After all, nothing hurts more than being right and still losing. So all that being said, guys, I'm going to have a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance, because the dominance is not doing good. Like I said yesterday, I wasn't expecting it to turn around, and same thing for today. I'm really not expecting the dominance to turn around anytime soon. Maybe right now, just a little bit. Yeah, there seems to be like a smudge of a bearish divergence, also a bullish divergence also over here. We have a lower low and a higher low on the RSI, but for those following my channel, you guys know that looking at divergences and stuff on the dominance chart, it's still very experimental. I'm gonna take a lot of time before deciding whether it's playable or not. But for now, let's say that, these reads tell us that the dominance is going to try to make a push to the upside. Let's see what happens. Let's just remember what I said, and then we can come back to it tomorrow and the day after tomorrow and see if it did work or not. Beautiful, guys. 5 viewers, 3 likes. I love it. Thank you very much. If those last 2 viewers would also care to click that little button, you will really make me happy. Thank you very much. So this is for the dominance. Now let's look at the dollar. Let's see what the dollar is doing. Dollar is not doing too great. Okay, baby. Romeel, you have fun walking the little piggy in the garden. Yeah, too much information here. So yeah, Piggy, it's the name of our cat. Go figure. Yeah, we call our cats, we give them names of different animals and stuff. So yeah, it's a Belgian thing. Don't judge, please don't judge. So what do we see on the Dixie? We did end up with a bullish divergence over here. As usually after such a dump, like I say, there is always a retest of the lows. So right now on this retest, either it goes further up or it comes a little bit further down, hoping that we don't see this low of the RSI being broken. So yeah, how can you confirm a bullish divergence? This is divergence 101. What you want to do is, let's zoom this thing out. Let's zoom. So let's say price goes up from here. How do you confirm that this is a bullish divergence? You need to break the prior local high, both on RSI and on the price action. Okay, so same thing goes if the price goes down a little bit more and it starts to come up. We do something like this. We still have a higher low over here over a lower low on the price section. Then the next area to break would be this one, have a closing candle above this area, and there you have a confirmation. So very easy. You know exactly what to look for. Don't jump the gun when you look for divergences and stuff. Really use your time, take your time, because once they start to play out, usually the moves are really big. So, you know, who wants to bother about getting that little bit of extra? As you know, bulls and bears can make a lot of money in those markets, but pigs, greedy, hungry pigs, they get slaughtered. Okay, so remember that expression. You know, it's almost like a mantra. Wake up with this with that expression. Wake up, say, I don't want to be a pig. I'm not gonna get slaughtered. I'm a bull. I'm a bear. Doesn't matter as long as I'm not a pig. Now, the E-mini futures, the traditional markets, actually, they are looking like doo-doo. They look really bad. We have bearish divergences. It's bearish divergence orama. It's really not looking good. The lows are just making higher lows, but the highs are making lower highs as the price tries to keep pushing for higher highs. Potentially, I think this is going to take another dive to the downside. Yeah, I think it's really overextended. And worst case scenario, it's not even going to end over here at the 4,000. I think potentially we are going to see a bigger dive to the downside, especially if the dollar is going to do well, then yeah, potentially it could come down and really break down. Which brings me back to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is looking so healthy, except, oh my god, except on the daily. Yeah, there we go. That's the piece of the puzzle for the long term that we have not been looking at for a little while. So yeah, potentially for the long term, this could start turning south. Because we have bearish divergence, here, bottoming out, topping off, and as long as we don't break these levels, then things are not looking really good. Although over here we have this one bullish divergence. This is the one that maybe could propel the price further up, but we are gonna need to break this level on the RSI, especially because on the daily chart we're already closing on a higher high. And once we break above this level, oh my god, what do I do? Christ, superstar. Once we break above this level at 61,200, then we are gonna have to propel our ways all the way up to 67,300. So yeah. So you know what? This is a do or die situation. This is literally a do or die situation for the long term. Let's look at the weekly chart, what the weekly looks like, and we have that exact same picture. Does not look good. We have, yes, 3 strikes of bearish divergence, guys. 3 strikes of bearish divergence. We have, well, actually 2. We have the start, the 1, the second, and every time closing on a higher high. Then here again we have a higher high, and again a lower high. So depending on whether we go below below the prior low of the candle at 58,000, potentially we're gonna come down further to 5,700, and if this one breaks, then you know it's correction injection, and then we are gonna go down not only to the EMA 55, which would be sitting at $30,000, but potentially even lower down, maybe again below 20. So yeah, again, guys, don't play the money that you can't afford to lose. Go really slowly, because on the short term, it looks very good, but looking at the higher time frames, it's starting to look dodgy. The short term is looking very healthy, of course, but you know, this is short term. Short term, there are going to be bounces, there are always going to be, you know, waves that you can play, but when we're looking at the higher time frames, and I see something like this forming on an uptrend, then yes, my friends, I'm starting to worry. The one thing that could actually save us is this one here, this bullish divergence between these two areas. But then again, you know, we are first and foremost gonna have to break this one on the RSI, and then slowly see what kind of continuation we can be expecting. But like always, go level by level, go slowly. Don't be a moon boy, don't be a doom boy, be a day trader and make profit off of the waves. And on that note, I will wrap this video up. It's already, Jesus, 40 minutes long. Way too long for YouTube attention span, but you TA nerds out there, you know, I commend you, I salute you for sticking through this video till the end, and I will see you, my friends, tomorrow. Same channel, same chart, usually same time, so same time, same channel, same chart. And remember, keep your friends and family safe, stay COVID free, and try to make profits like crazy, because these are the times where we make profit while the rest of the world suffers. How awful is it to say, but you know, that's just the way it is. You know, smart people are in cryptocurrencies right now and nowadays, and you guys being in it, I consider you very smart. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, and have a very day.